Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Rick Frank's Chiropractic Foundations, the place to come if you want to learn the most that you can about the philosophy, the art, the science, uh, business, practice building, and self-development. We've got it all in one place for you, spoken from the best teachers ever assembled in one place as far as chiropractic goes. And we invite you to come and visit us, chiropracticfoundations.com. All right, let's get started here. First of all, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate with gratitude, gracious gratitude, the people that have responded to this whole thing and that are starting to come and visit us and learn and grow their practices through chiropractic. It's unbelievable to me how you are responding to this and how badly this has been missed and what's all going on today in the chiropractic profession. But I want to talk to you today about something a little bit different. It's two words. One word is uh, transaction. The other word's transformation. So let's just talk about transaction just for a minute. A transaction is like when you go to the grocery store and you pick out your meats and your vegetables and your bread and your beer and all that kind of stuff. And you take it up and the cashier's there and you're nice to her. You say, hi, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing 2 hours till I get off. That's what they usually say. All right. But they give it and they tell you how much it is, you pay for it, you walk off. That's a transaction. When a chiropractic patient walks out of the office and they come to the front desk, they pay their bill, they move on. That's a transaction. Okay. Very simple. Nothing wrong. It happens millions of times every day. There's nothing wrong with it, but it could be made better. It could be made better. And I guarantee you, the best people, the best chiropractors, the best office staff, the best actors, the best everything takes us to the next level. And they have what we call they can create a transformation. Let me tell you about an actor, a guy named who was very popular when we were growing up, Robin Williams. I'm sure you've all heard of him. And I just read this article the other day, and it was a perfect example of a transformation. And I just want to read some highlights to you. It's about a day. Robin had been in New York City and he's been working all day, and he got into a cab that evening, and he was exhausted, but he he sat in the cab and he struck up a conversation with the cab driver uh, because Robin had a way of connecting with people. Robin had a way of dealing with people and making people like him just by who he was. Okay. But we all have that ability if we really want to do it. And all we have to do is work at it a little. So the driver, he started talking about, they were having small talk. And Robin asked him, what's it like to be a cab driver? And so the guy started speaking about how tough it was, the traffic, the mean people that come that he has to take around, all the long hours, the difficult passenger, the grind, all that kind of stuff. And he's going on and on. And he talked, and Robin listened. He listened very intently. And then he kind of shifted the subject right there. And let me read this to you. It said, as the conversation flowed, the subject shifted from the taxi business to the man's personal journey. When Robin asked about his passions, the driver hesitated, but something about Robert's approachable nature made it impossible for him not to open up. So he started talking about one of his passions. And one of his passions was about being a musician. He'd always wanted to be a musician, and he played the saxophone. And playing the saxophone was his escape, was his dream, was his passion in life. And he just absolutely loved to do that. Okay. And it made him feel whole. Okay. So Robin, once again, he listened intently to this thing. Let me read this. His face lighting up as the man spoke about the days when music had been his lifeblood. He asked him if he still played. I said, no, I had to put this up because of my family obligations and I had to make money and all this kind of stuff. And he kind of talked about how it wasn't going to be working. He asked him if he even played anymore. And he said, no, don't play. It's in the closet. So they talked for a little bit more. And as Robin reached his destination, as he was getting out of the car, he said, Why don't you go in that closet when you get home tonight, pull that saxophone out and just play it and just look at it, just feel it. And he left and he gave the guy a big tip, but it wasn't the tip that made the guy's night. It was that Robin listened to the guy. He found out what the guy's dreams were. He invited him to go back in and play with it a little bit and just get that feeling back again. Well, long story short, Robin followed this up a little bit. The guy had gone home that night. He opened up his closet and he pulled out the saxophone and the saxophone case that he hadn't opened in years. And it gave him a spark of inspiration, a spark of hope. It put a smile on his face. He started playing it again. Now, where does this go? It doesn't mean that he became the best saxophone player in a band or anything like that. But what Robin did was he gave the guy hope. He gave the guy inspiration. He put a smile on the guy's face just by conversing in his short cab. Here's my thing. If you have a really great staff, are they transacting with your patients? Are they creating a transformation with your patients so that your patients want to come there, so that they want to come and see you because they feel good when they come out to that intersection that's a mile down the road after working all day for 12 hours, and they know that if I turn right, I can go home. If I turn left, I can go get an adjustment. And that sweet CA's there. She's always asking me about how my life is going, how my kids are, how my grandkids are, things like that. And it makes me feel good. So instead of fighting the traffic to go right, to go home, he turns left and he comes to the office. Why? Because it's a safe place. It's a nice place. He's not going to get told what to do. He's not going to get yelled at. He's not going to get disciplined. He's going to be able to say what he wants to say. And the person that he's talking to is happy to listen to him. Makes him feel better. It's just the overall transformation that if someone gets from just a couple comments made by the staff, by the doctor, right? It's just when you're giving that adjustment, just give them a little hope, just give them a little inspiration, just give them a little, come on, man, we can do this, you can get through this, that kind of stuff. A little hope in their lives. So next time you're in the office, just kind of sit around and listen to what's going on out the front desk. Is your staff giving them creating a transaction or transformation? More importantly, when you're working on that patient, ask yourself, am I just doing a transaction here with this person, or am I transforming their life? Am I reducing mental subluxations as well as physical subluxations? You can do that, and you can do it all at the same time. Something to think about going forward. My name is Rick Franks. Thank you for listening. Just use this to carry yourself on, okay? Have a good evening. Thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you for listening to this, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.